Get ready for the biggest news in entertainment. Trisha Paytas is officially in her HBO era, and she is making waves across the network. We dive into the wild truth behind her appearance in Euphoria Season 3, where she plays an unnamed podcast host on Cassie Howard's media tour, and you will not believe the unscripted reaction she had to Cassie's controversial statements about men and freedom. This is the story you need to hear right now.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we are breaking down the intense drama unfolding in Euphoria Season 3, Episode 5, where Rue Bennett is digging her own grave. We explore the escalating stakes as Cassie Howard dives deep into the OnlyFans world with the help of Maddie, and we look at the shocking events that culminate in a desperate, high-stakes confrontation that leaves everyone questioning Rue's future. In this segment, we unpack the explosive details surrounding Cassie Howard's journey. We'll look at how she is leveraging OnlyFans, her controversial podcast appearances, and the dramatic shifts in Hollywood's success stories as she navigates a world where traditional paths are crumbling. And we examine the intense power dynamics at play between Cassie, Maddie, and the industry. And finally, we look at the extreme content pushing boundaries in Euphoria. Sweeney is pushing the limits with Cassie Howard, posing topless in the most explicit scenes to date, sparking massive backlash, but also generating huge attention. We break down why creator Sam Levinson is leaning into this chaos, and what this means for the future of on-screen sexuality. Don't miss the rest of the story. Stay with us. Influencer Trisha Paytas has unveiled a candid look behind the scenes of her role in the HBO series Euphoria Season 3, revealing that a pivotal moment during her appearances was entirely improvised. Paytas, known for her presence on the network, has appeared in both Hacks Season 5 and now in Euphoria, where she played an unnamed podcast host on Cassie Howard's media tour. Season 3 of Euphoria centers on Cassie Howard, played by Sweeney, navigating the world of OnlyFans as she pursues her dream of taking over Hollywood. During this tour, Cassie repeatedly voiced right-wing, men's rights talking points, including statements suggesting that men should be free to voice their desires and making controversial comparisons regarding relationship expectations. Paytas' character, the podcast host, reacted to one of Cassie's more extreme statements with a simple, unscripted response. Okay. This reaction, Paytas disclosed, was genuine because her entire scene was improvised. She confirmed on her podcast, Just Trish, weeks before the episode aired that she had no script for her role, stating, "I didn't even know if I was making it. My whole scene was improv. All my things were improv. There was no script." This lack of scripting left Paytas, much like other viewers, flabbergasted by Cassie's trajectory. The report suggests that the episode, which included an NSFW parody and the potential death of Rue Bennett, concluded with a similar stunned reaction from Paytas. New episodes of Euphoria Season 3 are premiering Sundays at 9 p.m. ET on HBO and HBO Max. The third season of the HBO Max drama Euphoria premiered on April 12, 2026, reuniting cast members including Rue, Zendaya, Jules Hunter Schafer, Nate Jacob Elordi, Cassie, Sweeney, and Maddie Alexa Demi. Episode 5, titled This Little Piggy, released on May 10, intensified the series' stakes with increased violence and high-stakes financial maneuvering, culminating in a life-or-death situation for a main character. Cassie's pursuit of an OnlyFans career, aided by Maddie, gained traction after Maddie introduced Cassie to Brandon, a popular TikTok star. Brandon leveraged this connection to undermine Maddie's influence, persuading Cassie to join his online house and engage in a staged relationship with Brandon. Cassie signed a contract with Brandon's creator house, but when Maddie threatened to cancel her audition for the soap opera LA Nights, Cassie quickly reversed course, signing another contract despite Maddie not having secured an audition. Maddie then leveraged her connections to secure an audition for Cassie through Cassie's sister's assistant. Meanwhile, Nate, struggling with mounting debt, was recovering from a traumatic wedding night where his financial troubles were exposed, leading to a physical assault that resulted in a toe amputation and a finger being cut off. Despite Cassie sending money to Nate, his debts remained unpaid. In a violent sequence, while Nate was celebrating his cash flow, an associate of Naz attacked him, resulting in further severe injuries. Rue, having become a confidential informant caught between criminal elements, was encountered by Alamo and his crew, including G and Bishop, at a diner. Alamo introduced himself and proposed a partnership, suggesting that the girls at the Silver Slipper could capitalize on online fame, proposing a 15% cut from his strip club earnings. Alamo and Maddie subsequently visited the Silver Slipper, where Maddie selected Magic and Kitty to join her client portfolio. As Rue was being escorted by G and Bishop to Alamo's house, they were led to a cliffside where G, Bishop, and Kid instructed Rue to begin digging until she reached her throat. The episode concluded with Alamo returning from the Silver Slipper, riding toward Rue, and swinging a polo mallet, leaving the outcome of the attack unresolved. The 5th episode of Euphoria Season 3, titled This Little Piggy, delves into the evolving landscape of fame, ambition, and danger within the entertainment industry. The episode opens with Sydney Sweeney's character, Cassie, achieving massive success on OnlyFans after Nate goes broke, pursuing a sexually explicit content career involving various provocative acts. Cassie navigates this new world by adopting a conservative adjacent persona on podcasts, culminating in an over-the-top sequence where she confronts a man in an office, leading to a dramatic confrontation involving smashing breasts against a skyscraper window. The episode explores the shift in traditional pathways to success, contrasting the massive financial success of platforms like OnlyFans with the historical scale of Hollywood. It highlights how modern content creator houses mirror the old studio system, while relationships, such as Jules's entanglement with her benefactor Ellis, underscore themes of control and risk. Maddie's situation demonstrates the pressures of navigating power dynamics within the industry, while Lexi's dependence on her sister and boss illustrates the influence of nepotism. Cassie's ascent is fraught with complications, including signing contracts that expose her to legal risks and financial dependence on her husband, Nate, whose vulnerability is underscored by a violent incident at his home. Meanwhile, Rue faces mounting peril. Her increasing detachment and apparent naivety are contrasted by clear warnings from her friends, Bishop, G, and Kid, who sense she is in danger. The episode culminates in a tense confrontation where Rue is seemingly targeted, symbolized by a dramatic, almost Western-esque threat. Through cinematic references to classic cinema, including Westerns and films like Pretty Woman, the narrative suggests a commentary on the enduring, often misogynistic, narratives perpetuated by Hollywood, even as modern media reflects these themes. The episode leaves the audience questioning whether the traditional structures of Hollywood still hold value amid the rise of digital influence, suggesting a complex commentary on female agency and the cost of ambition. Sydney Sweeney is continuing to push boundaries in the television series Euphoria, featuring highly explicit and controversial scenes from the latest episode. In the May 10 episode, Sweeney portrayed her character, Cassie Howard, in scenes that included posing topless and pleasuring herself on screen, drawing intense scrutiny from critics and the real-life content creation community. Sweeney and creator Sam Levinson have faced significant backlash over Cassie Howard's storyline involving an OnlyFans career this season. As the series progresses, Cassie has evolved from early adult content creator roles, growing her subscriber base with the help of Alexa Demi's Maddie, and engaging in controversial photo shoots. Levinson and the founder of Cian Lingerie have chosen to lean into the absurdity of the narrative despite criticism, suggesting the plot is an inaccurate depiction of the platform's rules, and that the storyline feels exploitative and over-sexualized. Beyond explicit content, Cassie's arc includes sending used underwear to clients and recording sexual audio messages for fans, alongside participating in a Red Pill podcast supporting men's rights. Her husband, Nate Jacobs, is reportedly supporting her venture to manage his debt. In defense of the creative choices, Sam Levinson stated at a recent event that pushing the boundaries allows Sweeney's character to become brilliant, enabling her to reach emotionally honest and funny levels through chaotic scenes. Sweeney has previously defended her nudity in Euphoria, arguing against the stigma against actresses who get naked on screen, contrasting it with how male performers are typically treated in similar situations.